Hey, what's happening? In this video, I'm going to show you one simple ad framework that can get you sales. It can make you famous by helping people, which is a really good thing to be famous for, being famous for helping people. I know that the framework that I'm going to share with you works because I have spent over $635,000 of my own money using this framework on one single ad. And just so you know, there's no shenanigans or anything. Here is my ads account, and the date range is from August 9th, 2021 through today. I'm shooting this for you, September 9th, 2024. And I think I gave you the wrong spend number. It was $671,000. What did I say? I can't remember. Who cares? Anyway, look. It was profitable. It worked really well. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact framework that I used step by step. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you the ad itself, which when you see it, you're going to be amazed because it was absolutely horrible. And I look terrible in the ad, kind of like I look right now, but you don't have to say anything about that. Anyway, let's get to it. As I'm giving you this magic formula, which really is pretty freaking good, I'm going to tell you, it's good. I'm going to tell you exactly what to say in your ads and how to frame them and everything. Keep this in mind. The simplest solution is likely going to be more correct than a complicated solution. So, a long time ago, I heard this quote by a fellow, J. Abraham. He said something along the lines of, sometimes the easiest way to sell a horse is to put out an ad that says, horse for sale. So let's start with me giving you a very, very simple script to sell something directly, all right? So this is a magic formula on how to create an ad that brings them into your sales process directly. So if your sales process is, hey, call us and give us some money, it'll do that. If it's go to my website and buy something, it'll do that. If it's come to my car dealership, take a test drive of the car, it'll do that. Step number one, this is your opening statement. You can choose one. So here's the framework. If you are you, this is the beginning of your ad. So this is where you're calling out to the person who's probably going to be your right customer. So, for example, if we were doing this to sell our advertising services, my first step one, I might say something like, if you have a business that sells anything, end. If we wanted to use are you instead, we might say something like, are you the owner of a business that sells anything? Boom, we got it. Okay, we're calling right out to the people that we want. Now, step number two, and you want. If you have a business that sells anything, that's step number one. Now we use the and you want framework. So if we're selling advertising, for example, and you want more customers and leads and you want a bigger brand, right? So you would just insert whatever they want here. Now we move on to step number three, which is, here's what I got. If you have a business that sells anything and you want more customers, more leads, and a bigger brand, then social media advertising is the way to get there. That's what I sell. Here's what I got. You could literally say, here's what I got, by the way. The next step here is here's what it'll do for you. This is where you explain the benefits of the thing you got. So we might say something like, here's what I got would be, my name's Frank Kern, and my agency will help you find your perfect prospects, tell you exactly what to say to them so they'll want to buy from you, and then put your ads in front of them constantly. I just said, hey, here's what it'll do for you, right? And the final thing here is here's what to do next. If you, or are you, could be a question, and you want the big result your customer wants, here's what I got. Hey, my name's Crazy Eddie, and we're down here at Crazy Eddie's House of Chevrolets, and we've got tons of Chevrolets that are fresh off of the, wherever one might get discount Chevrolets from, right? And here's what I want you to do next. Come on down and see us and test drive one, right? Really, really easy to follow this framework. This is called a pitch framework, right? The reason this works is because of the Occam's razor principle. This is the simplest solution. We ain't got to get fancy. Like old J. Abraham said, sometimes the best way to sell a horse is to make an ad that says horse for sale. This is essentially that framework of doing that. I just showed you how to pitch. Right? Gave you the magic formula for making a pretty easy pitch. Really, really basic formula. Works like a champ. No need to complicate anything. Remember Occam's razor. However, if we want to really, really make your ad campaigns work, we got to do some stuff before we show people that pitch, right? That pitch will work to total strangers, but it'll work even better if those total strangers already know you, like you, trust you, and want what you have to sell. So how do we engineer a situation like that for you? Well, here's how we do it, okay? So first thing we got to do, this is the ad for the product that sells the thing. So before we do that, we need to we need to do two steps. We need to get someone to self-identify as being your perfect person, and then we need to build that bond with them, and then we need to show them that ad. Let me show you how to do that, all right, and exactly what to say to do that. There's 2 frameworks, okay? The first framework, by the way, the answer to how do you get someone to self-identify and how do you build the bond with people before selling them stuff is content. It's always content, but not how you think. And within the context of content that sells at the same time and warms people up so you can really, really sell to them down the line, the call out framework. The first one, we call people out by a statement or question that begins with any of these. If you, do you, or are you? When we say that in conjunction to whoever we're trying to attract, their attention is going to be like whoosh, focused right on it. Let's say that our ideal person, someone who's got a puppy, because we're selling dog training stuff, ideal person's got a puppy, puppy's driving them nuts. Damn thing's chewing up shoes. So we would say, if you are the owner of a new puppy, that's calling right out to them, isn't it? Who's going to watch that? The owner of a new puppy? They're like, oh, as a matter of fact, I am the owner of a new puppy. Or we could use the do you have a new puppy? There's that one. Or are you the owner of a new puppy? Either way, I know that's super basic, but remember Occam's razor. Simplest is always best. And then we go into the next step of scripting. We talk about their problems or desires, okay? It could be either one. So this is where it helps to know who you want. So this new puppy owner, he's got a problem. Dog's eating the shoes all the time. His desire is the dog stop doing that, right? So now we just address those problems and desires in this framework of the ad. I like doing these in video, by the way, most of the time. So we'll start from the top. Do you have a brand new puppy and you love that puppy and it's the greatest thing ever, but you having this kind of situation where most brand new puppy owners have, where the dog, despite how great it is having your wife's brand new Chanel shoes? See, what we're doing right there is we're just talking about the desire and the problem. What's happening, incidentally, during this phase, psychologically, this guy's thinking, he's talking just to me. As a matter of fact, that is exactly what I'm experiencing. This is what we're trying to achieve, just in that opening little part of the ad, okay? So now what we want to do is we want to educate. Remember, earlier I said, hey, I just gave you, here's how to sell stuff. And I was like, that framework works pretty good to strangers. It works even better to people who already know you, like you, trust you, and want what you have. The way to make them want what you have is to cause this reaction where they say, I can relate to that person, he understands me, and he has helped me, or she, of course, has helped me. We do that by educating them. We already got their attention here, so this is getting their attention. Now we give them some tips on how to make the gosh dang dog stop eating the Chanel shoes, right? So we might say, well, in this little video today, if we were doing a video, I'm going to show you 3 ways to make your dog stop chewing on the shoes. Number 1, put the damn shoes on the top shelf, whatever, right? So we would give them some education, and then finally, we would make an offer. And the offer is going to vary depending on your sales process. Every business has a sales process. That sales process could be someone going to your website and buying your dog training book. It could be someone going to your dog training academy, walking in, going, this place looks pretty good, I'm going to sign Fido up. It could be someone calling you, saying, hey, would you please come out and meet my dog and give me an estimate on how much it's going to cost me to train my dog? Whatever your sales process is, determines what you say here in this offer part. And in this offer part, you just say, well, if that sounds like you and you're really serious about getting your dog to stop chewing up all your shoes, here's what I got. My name is Frank Kern and I own Crazy Frank's House of Dog Training. And here's what we do. We train your dog so he won't blah, 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 blah. And here's what I want you to do next. Either call me, come on down and see me, or go to my website. Whichever one of these works for your sales process, that's what you tell them to do next. Now, the purpose of this whole piece right here isn't necessarily to get somebody to come and call you, although people will, but that's really the purpose of that is to build that bond with people and to have them think like, I like this person. He knows about dogs. I think I'd like him to train my dog. All right, that was the magic formula. And dude, it really works, man. I know, because like I said, I spent $670-something on the ad that I'm about to show you. So as promised, I'm going to show you the ad. I'll tell you a funny story about this ad in a minute. First, let me tell you where to get some free stuff, though. Don't try to buy the thing in the ad, by the way. It's not for sale anymore. I'm too busy to try to sell anything. So you can have like stuff for free at frankkern.com if you want it. And the funny story about this ad was, I used it, or when I filmed it, I was using like a real camera because I was trying to look like a real YouTuber. And I was also miserably hungover. And I just made up the scripting on the spot. I was like, all right, I'm just going to shoot this ad. And I was using one of those fancy cameras trying to make it where it would like have a blurry background. And I didn't know, and I still don't know, how to like control the color settings on cameras. So it's not like I'm going to read the directions or anything. And in the video and in the ad, I look purple, like I'm about to have a freaking heart attack, and it still worked, dude. So like what you're about to see is just an absolute classic example of a horrible looking ad that performed unbelievably well because it followed the framework. And I guess that's the thing. The framework is more important than like whether you look terrible or not. So yes, I already know I look terrible in this upcoming ad, and I hope you find it useful, and please don't try to buy anything in the ad, but model the framework because it works really good. Okay, here we go. I'm embarrassed to share this with you, but I said I would, so here it is. Hey, my name is Frank Kern, and this is an ad. It's an ad specifically for people who sell things online. So if that's you and you want to sell more stuff online, I think this can help you. In this ad, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to share 3 secrets with you that'll help you sell more stuff online. And shockingly, I'm going to try to sell you something. Let's make good with the first promise, which is to help you sell more stuff online. So I got started in 1999. And since then, as an advisor to internet entrepreneurs, I've worked with 82,000 customers. These are companies that have paid me to do one thing and one thing only, which is to help them sell more products and services online more consistently. And there are really 3 big secrets that I've distilled from working with all those people. I'll do it quickly for you. So here's secret number 1, radical transparency. In today's internet age, people just don't trust ads. They don't trust people that they see online because there's a lot of, for lack of a better word, shenanigans. So if you are completely transparent with your intentions and what you're trying to do in your marketplace, they're going to trust you more. Trust breeds confidence. Confidence breeds sales. Take, for example, the fact that you're still watching this video. The very first thing I told you was that this was an ad and that I was going to try to sell you something, but you're still here. Why? Probably because of that transparency. I don't think it's because of my looks. Now, the second big secret is this. Always, always, always try to make your ads actually help people. Whether it's a paid ad or any type of marketing, try to make it help your client get the most important thing in the world, and that is what they want. See, our customers, our prospects, whatever we want to call them, our marketplace, they're really not concerned with us. They're not concerned with our credentials. They're not concerned with whether or not we look cool or drive fancy cars. All they're ever really thinking about are 3 things. Number 1, what they want. Number 2, how they get it. Number 3, what life is going to be like once they have it. So if your marketing actually shows them and genuinely helps them get what they want, what's going to happen? Well, trust is again going to increase. Trust breeds confidence. Confidence breeds buyers. If they are confident that you can help them, they're going to be more likely to buy from you. So I recommend the oldest trick in the book, which is to demonstrate you can help them by actually helping them. It works pretty good. The third big secret is to make an irresistible offer. Make the way that you present your products so good that people just can't help but say yes. I'll give you an example. So you're watching this ad probably because you want to sell more things online. Here is an example of an irresistible offer. Right now, you can get 4 complete courses about marketing showing you exactly how to do just that for $4. And this isn't like one of those tricks where it's $4 and then you get billed like a zillion times or whatever. Literally, it's 4 complete courses for $4. The first one is called the Ultimate Offer Blueprint, and it shows you exactly how to structure a presentation so that you can convey the value of what it is you're selling in a way that makes sense, is convincing, but isn't like high pressure or weird. Now, this is a complete video course where I walk you through the creation of a presentation, and I give you a workbook with fill-in-the-blank slides so you can create your own along with me. So if you've ever wondered, like, how do I actually sell my stuff? And if the idea of creating a sales letter or a sales video like this one or a webinar or anything like that seems intimidating, the Ultimate Offer Formula is going to cure that. Now, the second course that I'm going to give you is meant to be taken after you complete that first one because it'll make your sales presentation work better. It's called Advanced Persuasion Tactics. And in this training, I share with you a method that's called close stacking. So here's what that means. Whenever you make an offer, you say, okay, I have this thing and it costs X dollars and you can get it by doing this. Whenever you do that, what happens in your prospect's mind is they start rationalizing whether or not they should make that purchase. And they're really tuning you out in that moment. So if you just end your presentation by, okay, here's how much it costs and here's how you can get it, thank you, you're probably going to sell some, but you're also going to be missing out on those people who are in analytical mode and they've tuned you out. But if you stay with them long enough, their brain will get out of analytical mode and it'll come back and it'll focus on you. So with close stacking, what I teach you how to do, and this is in this advanced persuasion tactics training, is I show you 7 ways to restate and resell your offer in the same presentation. What this does is it compounds the power of the very presentation itself and makes it work better. The third training that you're getting, again, all of this really is $4. The third training that you're getting is called power positioning. What this does is it helps you determine and control how your marketplace and your potential customers feel about you and what they think about you before you ever try to sell them something. The reason this is important is because if they already feel like they know you, like you, and trust you, they're going to be way more inclined to buy from you when they finally hear your sales presentation or read it or whatever, than if they didn't have that perception. This is the difference, positioning, is the difference between companies like Apple and companies like Microsoft. Companies like Apple have raving fan customers. I'm one of them, like super customers that'll stand outside to get the new version of the iPhone that looks just like the old version. And then you've got companies like Microsoft that sell computers. What's the difference between the two? It's positioning. So if you want to create raving fans instead of just customers, it's important to really get that positioning dialed in. That's what you learn how to do in that third training. The fourth training, and again, you're getting all of these for $4. The fourth training is called the 6 Magic Steps to Scaling Big Online. It's designed to help you with the 3 major areas of focus that you need to have in order to go from startup to 6 figures, or from 6 figures to 7, or from 7 figures to 8 and beyond online. Those 3 things, incidentally, are your thinking, your systems, and your processes. And by the way, this has nothing to do with motivation or anything like that. This is more about, okay, what parts of the business really matter? Where do you really need to focus on? And the reason that's important is because when you have the right stuff that you're focusing on, it allows you to create systems and processes that let your business run without you. And that's how you get a business that will provide you and your family time freedom. So those are all the 4 courses that you're getting today for just $4. And of course, this wouldn't be a marketing video, nor would it be a very cool offer if I didn't have a bonus. So in addition to all of this, I'm also giving you a mystery bonus that's literally worth $1,994. And the reason I say that it's worth that is because thousands of people have purchased it from me over the years for $1,994. But you can have it for free along with these 4 courses when you take advantage of this offer today. And you can do so by clicking the link somewhere around this video. I hope you enjoy these trainings and I hope that they benefit you. I certainly enjoyed making them for you and I really appreciate you watching this video ad. Again, my name is Frank Kern and I look forward to seeing you soon.